Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm in Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. And I'm going to be walking around a fairly large area of town that's called the Fortifications of Quebec. It's a really, really old fort with some castle-like buildings. Back when this town had to defend itself from invaders. Several parts of the fortifications over quite a few different blocks. So I'm going to show you some of them, starting with this area, which is called the Artillery Park. And this is a very famous site going over this street here. Some very interesting buildings here, and this one and that door right there is the information desk. Here's a 3D map of Artillery Park, and here it shows the colors of when the different parts were built. You can see the red and green lines here, and the dark blue and light blue lines. And here we have a 3D of, I guess it's the whole city. There's the fort. They've recreated the details of the city. Wow, that's a lot. They've got the whole thing under this huge glass cage. So they're not letting people get anywhere near it. Wow, this is quite a fortification of that map. And on the wall here, they've got a huge mural. This is what the soldiers looked like. Oh, and look at this. They let the soldiers smoke pipes. Nice. And here's two more buildings that's part of the Artillery Park. I don't see a sign about this one. Interesting doors. This is inside the big white building. And this is a huge dining hall. And we've got a mixture here of new and old buildings. This one looks really old. And this long white one. Gotta be careful walking out this door. So this is the brick side of the white building. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably maybe sleeping rooms. And they got a good outlook on the city here. Look at this big building with the green. Huh. Interesting. There's another green top building. I guess this cannon is in case you get shot at from one of those windows. I guess they didn't take any chances in those days. So here's another mix of the old and the new. And I think some of the mixture of the old and the new seems really out of place, if you ask me. Really makes me wonder what that and this is doing here. This is just a couple blocks away, and I don't see how this sort of structure really protects anything unless you just have it guarded by men all the time. And you could just walk over the grass here. I don't know. And I don't think these people are helping any. Certainly not this lady. Or these two here. And the crowd just looks stunned at those people. And what kind of shenanigans is going on here? What are they doing? This guy looks like he's in charge. That roundabout with the 4 young people, half naked. That's in front of this building. And it has all sorts of statues in front of it. And I don't see a sign saying what the building is in front. It just says a Champlain, a Jacques Cartier, a Maisonneuve. Just casually sitting on top there. Well, sorry, but my French is really rough. Now this is several blocks away from what I've showed you so far.
So with that being said, are there any
this is called the Citadel.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to take a guided tour.
So you can follow me.
With this group here.
So basically, it was able to store 2,000 barrels of gunpowder. So it was really explosive. And now it is used as a museum, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the gunpowder magazine. So this especially gunpowder was built by the French.
This is inside one of the buildings. Here's an interesting battle scene. And look at the size of this cannonball. That's got to be a foot thick. And some small ones. And here's a full size. This is an advantage point to shooting out at your enemy through that long rectangular crack. Now you can only see trees.
Someone have an idea of what it is? A what? Maple. Oh, it could be a maple leaf, but it's more of a star. Military architect, and he added a ravelin to protect.
More cannons.
Okay. I don't know if you see, but it's gonna happen in a few mission cities, so it needed a lot of infrastructure to maintain itself. So that was the hospital. Now
hard to keep it steady. Just shot a part of the city. Looks like a cruise ship has come into port there. St. Lawrence River. By the way, the guide said this whole citadel has never once been attacked. So the building of this mainly served as a warning to enemies not to try and attack here. They even have cannons pointed towards the city. Now this big building with the dark green roof, this is what it is.
Now these areas are meant to highlight specific achievement field. These medals can be found inside our museum. At the end we have a medals room. You can find them, and we have 2 touchscreens in this room that allow you to look them up and find out what they did. But the main reason this area is here is due to the White Cross. This is a Vimy Cross, which commemorates the Battle of Vimy Ridge, a battle quite important for Canada during the First World War. About 3 years, Canada succeeds in 3 days only.
This is the front building, and by the way, you have to take a guided tour. They don't let you walk around on your own here.
Full autonomy in 1931. But these 3 days were not easy. During these 3 days, Canada will lose 11,000.
Well, folks, I'm going to show you one more site on the video here, which is the Dufferin Terrace, right on the shores of the lake. I mean the river, the St. Lawrence River, where the cruise ships dock. Well, how do you like this playground equipment? Got a bunch of cannons here. Actually, I don't think these are really playground equipment. There's the Holland American cruise ship I showed you earlier from way up on the hill. Everywhere. And cannons everywhere. I think there was a time when nobody stood a chance getting at this city. Next is this lookout point called Governor's Promenade. So this platform Gives a good view of the river. And that city on the other side there is another Canadian city called Levis. Levis. It has one really tall building. Oh, look at that shoreline there. Oh, nice place to live, I think. That's the one really tall building. I think this is interesting. Earlier today I heard someone say that the word Quebec means a narrowing of a river. But considering this scene, I don't see any narrowing at all. It is really wide here. Probably more like 2 miles wide. I think this is a marina over here. Yeah. So I don't get the narrowing part. Not that I've seen. The weather here is really strange. 2 days ago I was in Montreal where it was terribly hot. I couldn't believe how hot it was. And then here in Quebec City, it's terribly cold. Like in the mid 50s with clear sunny skies. I don't know, it's strange. Now this is one more thing I wanted to show you. That is a few miles north of the city. It's called Parc de la Chute Montmorency, or however you pronounce that in French. There's a big waterfall here on the Montmorency River, and all of these green dotted lines, those are hiking trails. And once you get at the top, you can hike across here. The zip line in yellow goes across there, and you can see some of the other features. That's the big building out front. And this is the big building at the top of the cliff that you take the tram up to, if you want. This is what's in the big building up front. It costs $12 to get in with parking. You can rock climb. You pay extra for that. You can zip line. You pay extra for that. Or you can ride the cable car up to the top of the cliff and pay extra for that. And once you're up there, then you can walk across the bridge that goes across the waterfall. Right there.
For 35 hours.
It goes a little ways off to the right, top of the hill. And right behind the building, they have a train depot here, which goes northeast to the town of Charlevoix, which is about 85 kilometers north of here. It doesn't go any further south. It just stops here. The tracks goes fairly close along the river. Here's a shot of the two trams meeting. One going up, one coming down. I'm not going to be going up the tram because, let me tell you why. The big attraction to this whole place, the reason why it's here at all, is just that waterfall. And it's a big waterfall. And I don't think you can get any better picture of the waterfall than from the bottom down here. At the top, totally different experience. And over here at the right is a place where you can climb up the side of the cliff. But as you can see, that does not go up to where you can get to the waterfall. I'm really not sure just what the point is there, except observation for fires or something. And they have a big mess on both sides of the river here. I have no idea what they're doing, but on this side they've got some huge contraption there. No idea what that's for, but it's just like they just started doing it, building whatever. They've got these 3 sets of green lines going across. You see there? And they've got this multi-level platform across the river here, which you can just sit down on it and check out your Facebook. And you can actually see the waterfall just fine from the highway. There's just no place to stop. You have to see it while you're driving. So there's several things you can do here, but once you've seen the waterfall, pretty much that's it. It's all about seeing the waterfall. See these people on the bridge there, just walking across. Well folks, hope you've enjoyed my video about Quebec City. Let me know in the comments below. Good day folks.